greatest nations since United Nations. Repost, retweet on your social medias. Shout to CommenterNation. Now, here's another thing I'm looking at. And this is another disturbing part I feel needs to be brought up. And here's what bothers me about this. This channel not only goes into cheering on the fate of this young man, but it's taunting praise for the suspects. Quote unquote, God amongst men. They are praising these young men that committed this crime and are being allegedly imposed to have committed such a heinous act as gods among men. Think about that for a second. Think about what it takes for you to give another man credit, but then for you to deem another man a god because he committed something or did something that you admire. This is very curious. Remember, we've seen this in many different occult type situations where a person was praised as a god for doing what they did. This being what they did is disturbing. This disturbing YouTuber, I don't know if they're being placed out there, if they're being put in a position of respect, but they need to be examined. This is too much. You're saying God amongst men. Something's wrong in your head, and it's not like psychopath. See, when you call someone psychopathic or a sociopath, they'll find that as a positive thing, like saying, yeah, that's me. Nah, you're sick. Sick in the worst way. And here's my thing. They never show themselves. See, I've always respected people's opinion. But when you're doing stuff like this and you don't show yourself, you show who you really are. The same type of people who need a bunch of other guys to do stuff. The same type of people that send others to do what it is you want them to do. Because you can't go do it. But you're proud of these other guys, but you couldn't go do it if you really felt this way. And this is why I tell people to watch your friends and keep your circle small. Because there will be people who's right next to you, plotting on you, planning for things that will do this very thing when you're gone. It will be the people that you think respect you, but they want your place. And that's why they'll never have it, because they think and feel this way. So them wishing it and trying to bring it into fruition will never occur because they plot on your downfall in order to gain power. And that's why they'll never have it. This is sick. This is sick. Showing all of these suspects and glorifying everything that they're being accused of doing when they themselves don't glorify, but stand a few of them saying they're innocent. And the only thing this YouTuber can do is uplift their name as if they're some sort of hero, as if they're some sort of positive image, making them seem as if they're above average, above the law. These are the type of people who honestly should not be in a freedom position versus people who are claiming their innocence. Because you're taunting it without showing your face, but you find it justified that you're taunting it as if you have some glorious reason. Listen, you're supposed to pray for your worst enemies, even if you find it justified to prey on them. It's because you don't understand the type of energy you give off when you do these things. And then you think because you don't show yourself that you'll never be held responsible. You'll be held responsible in the worst way. That's the saddest part. People think prison is the only judgment that there is while they're here living. No. There are some incidents that are far worse than a judgment of even prison. And you don't see it because your mind's stuck on their demise, that you can't open your mind and your eyes or your third eye to see something beyond that. No one's beyond it. And that's the problem. If you can't see that, then I guess you're asking for what's coming for the judgment that is far beyond. Listen, keep this in mind. You can get off on this situation. You can hide yourself. You can even get off on wishing death on this man. But the thing is, if you never understand what it is you truly do, the mindset you're truly giving your energy to, it will consume you. Hatred off of someone that isn't hatred for a purpose, when it's hating a person's existence, it's nothing nice. The world you place yourself in is going to be the very thing that you use to laugh at, is going to be what comes back to you. Everything comes around full circle. Everything permits itself to become the very catalyst you use to fuel your anguish, to put a smile on your face. All of that reverberates. But you're not really seeing how it works. Praising a suspect. What if someone praised the suspect who wiped your family out? What if someone praised the suspect who was doing heinous things to children, doing heinous things to other people's existence that you loved? I bet you wouldn't be laughing or praising them then. But what if there was someone else praising them? Like, yeah, that's right. That's how you do it. How would you feel? You see, even I had to learn not to have pure hatred for my enemies who enacted on my life, violating me. But I do know ways to fight back. And that's why I've grown myself, grown my mind, groomed myself, read for months and months and months. So I built my mind to withstand the situation and see far beyond. Something that majority of people won't do. Something that most people don't care to do. So for doing what you did, you've already put that energy out there to even pull views from people on a platform. That's how much you hate. So honestly, it doesn't matter if you're ever identified. Your deserving is going to come. Everything you boasted yourself about is going to be what ends you. Anything you felt was necessary to demean someone else's existence is going to be what curates your evil existence from the world that you brag in. Do not be mistaken. There is no identity we need to search or find. I presume that's why I was put in place to make the type of videos I have been making. Repost and retweet the series. It's time for us to rise above the hate and above the questions and above the things that people have put out there to demean the situation. To critically just examine it and expose it as something that's positive. Somebody getting hit, somebody getting hurt. Yet you would never want that to happen to you. No, don't do it to me. Catch you off guard. You'd be like, no. Listen, I need the energy and CommenterNation to go to the next level. I need you guys to take it up a notch. We have people that are preying on the situation with smiles. I need people that want to see growth, to stand up and stand for that very growth that we want to encourage in this world, dealing with this situation. The respect he deserves. If that person could bolster 140 dislikes to their video, I want to see videos start to have 140 likes. Let's get it rocking. Stop playing with me. If someone could take the time to put 140 dislikes on that person's page, I want 140, 200 likes on this page. We're going to rock out. It's time for us to go to the next level. It's time for us to take things up a notch. I don't respect that, and you shouldn't respect it either. There's a lot that needs to be understood yet, and I have another subject I want to talk about dealing with social media pertaining to whoever's in control of his page, because I'm not understanding this. There was one positive thing I found on his page. It was the exposing of some seriously questionable tweets that were coming from the verified page of him. So everybody hit that like button. Let's get things rocking and get ready. We're about to talk about it for real. I'm very curious about what I have found in this page. Shout to CommenterNation, repost, retweet, Greatest Nations, United Nations. Hit that like button. all rights reserved.